Hello my people, welcome again to my channel. I know that most of you don't know my name, so in this video I'm going to say my name. I'm not in the farm today, as you can see, but in this video I'm going to say my name. My name is Chukwuka Obani. That's my name. So in this video I'm going to be talking about agricultural products which are in high demand in Nigeria. This channel is all about agricultural services, ventures, and livestock farming. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the agricultural products which are in much demand right now in Nigeria. So if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow up, because if you have interest in agriculture, why you not subscribe to this channel? So let's get into the products. Now, we all know that Nigeria is a country of over 200 million people. And these 200 million people, before they buy clothes, before they even buy soap, before they even pay for their rent, before they pay for their children's school fees, they have to eat. That's one thing. Food is paramount. That means the biggest sector in Nigeria right now is agricultural products, is the agricultural sector. The biggest sector in the world is the agricultural sector. Because people have to eat. People must eat. It's not people might eat. People certainly must eat. So that's why we always emphasize on agriculture, because it's a very, very broad sector. And there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody to be accommodated in this sector. So the products that are in high demand in Nigeria, there are many. But I'm going to mention the ones that are in very much demand. The first one is coconuts. This coconut that grows on trees is in much demand in Nigeria, and the supply is very, very minimal. The supply is very, very minimal. I know someone who is into this coconut business. The person is always looking for people who have coconut for sale, and how they do it is that once you have coconut for sale, they go to your farm or wherever you planted them and carry everything. They are off-takers. They carry every single thing and wait for when you call them again that you have more. So that's how much of a demand like coconut has. The demand is very, very high, and the supply is very, very minimal. Now the second thing is yellow corn. The second thing is yellow corn. Yellow corn in Nigeria is in a tough demand. It's not even a high demand, it's in a tough demand. Why did I say it's in tough demand? Because the livestock sector needs yellow corn. The human sector also needs this corn. Now imagine the animal sector and the human sector competing for one product. Just imagine how much of a demand it will have, and how less of a supply it will have. So the demand for yellow corn is very, very is over the roof. Now the third thing is soya bean. Just like the yellow corn, there is high demand for soya bean, both in the livestock sector and in our own human being sector. There is high demand for it because it's a high proteinous feed for animals and also proteinous for us. So there's high demand for it. And if you want to know how much of a demand a product has, just check the price. A bag of soya bean now costs around a 50 kg bag of soya bean. The last time I wanted to buy it for my pigs was over 20,000 naira. 20,000 naira for a 50 kg. 20,000 naira. For corn, corn was around 18,000 naira for a 50 kg bag. So the demand is very, very high. If the demand is not high, you be getting this for less than 10,000 naira. If the demand is not so high, because what affects price is demand. If the demand is too much and the supply is less, the price will be over the roof. Now the next thing is gari. Nigeria, I keep on saying it, that Nigeria is an overpopulous country. We can't even satisfy our own agricultural demands, talk less of exporting. So most of our produce here in Nigeria is consumed locally. And that's the problem Nigeria has. The government have to encourage these farmers. Even us, the farmers, we have to encourage other people to get into this sector, so we can be able to produce more local products. So we can be able to produce more products which can satisfy the local demand and also satisfy the foreign demand, because Nigeria needs to be exporting. Because this oil that is about to finish, because like it or not, in the next 30 years, Nigeria might not have much oil again, and oil will not be in much demand because these electric cars are coming up. These non-fuel gadgets are coming up. So fuel is going into obsolescence. Fuel is going to extinction. So we have to be encouraging our brothers and sisters to help us and grow this agricultural sector in Nigeria, because Nigeria belongs to us. It doesn't belong to our president, it doesn't belong to the vice president, it doesn't belong to the governors. It's us. If they say that Nigeria cannot, okay, for example, these are debts that the federal government is accumulating. Who is going to pay for it? It's all of us. We are the ones who are going to pay for it. So this country is our country. It's nobody's country. It's our country. No one person owns Nigeria. It's all of us. So that's why we have to encourage more people to get into this our sector, because we have to grow the sector so we can be able to supply the local demand and have much more left to export. Because if there's no exportation, there's no foreign currency entering into the country, and Nigeria will be going backwards instead of forward. Now, Gari is in much demand. Everyone eats Gari. There's no religious differences when it comes to Gari. It's not like pork, that someone that is an Islam will say that I don't take pork because I'm a Muslim. Gari is something that everybody eats. So there is high demand for it. Now the next thing is beans. Everybody consumes beans. There is high demand for beans. If you are looking for any agricultural sector to invest in beans. It is profitable. In fact, there is no agricultural product that is in my list that is not profitable. They are all in high demand. They are all profitable. So that's it. The next thing we have here is cocoa. Nigeria used to be very, very strong in terms of cocoa production. That was before the oil. These days, Nigeria is just only an oil-dependent country. Nigeria is oil-dependent. Almost 70% of our budget, national budget, is funded by oil money, or even more than 70% is funded by oil money. So imagine if oil collapses, Nigeria is in trouble. We have oil, but we are still borrowing. Imagine how we'll be borrowing when there is no oil left. We will go crazy over borrowing, and we are the ones who are going to still pay for it. And we are the ones who are going to still pay for the oil, because it's our country. It's not Buhari's country, it's our country. So imagine all these debts we are accumulating. And from what I've seen, the only way we can be able to pay off all these debts is through our agricultural money, because oil money is probably not doing anything again. Because if we have this oil money and we're still borrowing, that means there's problems somewhere. Now the next thing we have on this list is cashew nuts. Cashew nuts is in high demand. I know a lot of farmers who use cashew for their cattle and for their pigs, for their goods, because cashew is high in carbohydrates. So the demand in the agricultural sector is high. A ton of cashew nut now costs around 85,000 naira. A ton of it, 85,000 naira. Now that's for consumption. So imagine the demand for it, which made it to skyrocket to that price. Because if it's not in high demand, it will not be as costly as that. So imagine the demand. There's demand for it in the animal sector, and there's demand for it in the human sector. There's demand for it everywhere. So if you want to get into a cash cow agricultural venture, cashew nut is for you. Now the ninth product here is melon. What the melon eats, that's the egusi. There's demand for it. High demand. No household cooks a week without using the egusi in their soup. So there's high demand for it. The next is garlic. Nigeria has to produce enough garlic to satisfy the local demand, and also export garlic, because these are things we should be exporting. Nigeria, assume there was no oil. In fact, for me, I use this platform to also air my views because I have a lot of interest in politics and how the country is being run. Garlic, in fact, most of these agricultural products is something that Nigeria should have, made their stance in terms of exportation. What distorted Nigeria was oil boom, because assuming there was no oil, assuming oil did not come to Nigeria. What are you saying? Nigeria would have been one of the biggest countries when it comes to agriculture export, because watch the timeline, what happened before the oil came. Nigeria was very, very serious about agriculture. Cocoa, groundnut, name it, palm oil. Nigeria was exporting cassava, yam, name it all. But as oil came, the country lost interest in agriculture. Everybody went into opening fleet stations. Everyone went into owning oil companies. Shell came into it. Everybody was interested in getting a white collar job in Shell. Everything just turned upside down. Immediately the oil came, and corruption skyrocketed because people thought that the oil money can never finish. Now that we're having today, oil money is finishing. Oil is finishing. The world is moving away from oil. Now everybody is running into agriculture, and the government is not even doing anything to help matters. You know that this in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, this oil will not be here again. And you cannot push these people into agriculture because there's some people that before they do anything, you have to push them. You have to create the sensitization there for them to go into it. Get what I'm saying? Now, moving from that, the 11th product here is ginger. Ginger is used for so many things. So the demand is high for it. The 12th thing here is the 12th product here is plantain. I've eaten plantain today. Yeah, that was what I ate this morning. So many people I know have eaten plantain too. You might have eaten plantain today too. So plantain is in high demand. The market cannot be satisfied. If you bring in plantain today, if you bring in enough plantain, which is impossible to satisfy Nigeria today, within one day it will finish. Because everyone would like to take one home and cook. So the 13th product here is yam. Everybody eats yam. We all eat yam. So, and yam is also used in the agricultural sector, in the livestock sector, because there are some people who go to the market and get the spoiled yam, dry them and feed them to the animals. That's also a use of it in the livestock sector. That's saying that the demand is high. Now the next is potatoes. Potatoes are in very much high demand. You can get into it, get yourself ready, and move into potato farming. It's profitable, and you make your money at the end of the day. Now the next thing is tomatoes. Who doesn't use tomato? There is very much high demand for tomatoes. So if you want to make money, you get into tomato farming. You still make money. But it is that if you don't care for your farm enough, animals will eat your potato, and you'll be left with losses. Now the next thing is the palm oil. Palm oil is produced majorly here in the east. Because here in the east we have a lot of palm trees. So it's produced mostly here, taken to the north. So imagine if the government invests in palm tree farming, bring out land, supply farmers with palm seeds or palm seeds for growing palm trees. Imagine how much it will be. Imagine how many lives it will change, and imagine what the government will make from it. Because at the end of the day, the aim is for Nigeria to be exporting all these agricultural products. But the first thing is for us to satisfy our local demand, because you can't be exporting to USA, Canada when your country is hungry. The country will turn upside down now. Now the next thing here is meat. The meat sector, which I'm into, there's high demand for it. Most people cannot do without meat. 80% of people in Nigeria cannot do without meat. In fact, if you take away meat from their food, they might stop eating. I'm being honest with you. They might stop eating, because what's the use of eating soup or eating rice or eating anything abacha without meat, without cow meat, without goat meat, without pork, without bush meat? It doesn't make sense. So the demand for, or without sheep, or without lamb meat is ridiculous. So demand for meat is high. It's very, very high. Now the next thing here is fish. There's high demand for fish. There's very, very high demand for fish. Then granules. Granules is in high demand. Granules is used for so many things. Even people in the livestock sector use granules. So there is high demand for it, both in the human being sector and the livestock sector. There's high demand for it. Now another thing that is also profitable is bamboo trees that are used in building. Bamboo is in high demand in Nigeria. to the extent that it has reached to the extent that Nigerians will go to Cameroon and buy bamboo and bring back to Nigeria. For all these people that are doing building projects, they use bamboos. All those projects, they require bamboo. So Nigeria on its own cannot even satisfy its own demand. Imagine if we can be able to satisfy our own demand and then exporting to these Cameroonians who we are going to buy from. There are so many things that if we can only encourage ourselves to do it, and try our best to do it very well, things will, there'll be a little bit of change in our lives. Because this thing is not, all these things I mentioned is not something that will make you rich overnight. No, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes growth. So you have to be taking time and growing. You can't just say in the next few years I'll be here. No, you have to be. Your growth has to be in line with time. Time goes. You ask yourself, have I grown? Because if time is going and you're here, there is no growth. So you have to be growing with time. So that's it on today's video, my people. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and that's it on today's video. Thank you.